Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. This item's been out for a while, but I'm just considering it a bit of a gimme because it's kind of my lunch. So, but we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? What happens to be my Calva Louise shirt, which is a very cool shirt. Really like the design. Always love green on black. Very cool color palette choice. What is Calva Louise, though? If you're unfamiliar, they're a band, I believe, out of the UK, but with basically a bunch of international members. Like, one guy was from France. I think the lead singer was from, I want to say somewhere, maybe in South America? Something like that. I know, or maybe Spain? Something. She spoke Spanish. So, but super cool band. Really enjoyed what they were doing. I got to see them perform live a few months ago at the time I'm doing this. They were on tour with another band called Bukovi and a band that I really love called Stellar Circuits. The entire show was fantastic. Like, all three bands absolutely brought it. It was genuinely a highlight for me. And these folks really killed it. Like, I was super impressed with what they were doing. I'd never heard their stuff before. Instantly became a fan. I got some merch. I got some videos of their performance. They're on this channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check those out. If nothing else, I'd be happy to point you in kind of, hopefully, the right direction as far as their music goes. I'm still fairly new to their whole thing, but I do really like what they do. Anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why is it basically just my lunch? Well, because I went over there, and there was an item coming out from Taco Bell that I knew I had to review because the world wouldn't let me not, and that was, boom, the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Gelato. I just got through reviewing that, so go look up that review. And, I try to wheel it into things, other things. If I can go over there, it's, free opportunity to get a review in. And so I was looking over their menu for other stuff I could do, and, some of the things I'd already reviewed, other things weren't that interesting. But then, there was, boom, what is this? Take the thing off. This is their Cantina Chicken Bowl, which I have reviewed the Cantina Chicken Burrito, and this is their bowl format. It's basically it deconstructed, and, you put it together yourself, I guess. So can we get a thing for a thing without it completely falling over? I think we can. Ha 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 ha! And yeah, man, so it consists of slow roasted chicken, seasoned rice, purple cabbage, black beans, avocado ranch sauce, reduced fat sour cream, because, yeah, that's what you think when you go to fucking Taco Bell's, reduced fat, pico de gallo, guacamole, cheese, and lettuce. I almost am willing to count this as a salad, because it's kind of a salad, but they're not calling it a salad, they're calling it a bowl, so. And then I've also got the sauce, the avocado verde salsa. So, yeah, man, and for anyone who isn't familiar, like, I don't even know where to, should I mush it together, or what am I doing here? I'm going to mush it together. For anyone who isn't familiar, like, Taco Bell actually did the Cantina thing a while ago. Like, it was a thing that they did with, like, a chef, and basically, like, hey, we want to have, like, a premium kind of item on our menu, and that's where the Cantina stuff came in. And then they went straight to shit as far as, like, being a company was concerned, and they got rid of, like, 90% of their menu, because why would they do that? And they got rid of it. But at the time I'm doing this, just a few months ago, they finally went over there and brought it back, albeit maybe not in its original format, but, And I don't think I ever had the original bowl. I always just got it as a burrito. So, it's all mushed together. A little extra mush over here, some of the sour cream. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to give it a shot. I mean, that's not bad. It honestly doesn't taste that far off from the burrito, if I'm being entirely honest, which one would assume. But there's obviously a little bit more going on with this one. I mean, it's Taco Bell. You know, obviously you gotta be realistic with your expectations and stuff. And I like Taco Bell well enough. Like, people like to joke on it, but generally speaking, I like it for what it is. The flavors are good. I mean, it's all stuff that works together. It's all sort of general Mexican-ish food flair. Only sort of issue that I do run into a little bit, when you mix it all together, you obviously lose the impact of certain elements. You know, you're not getting quite the same oomph from, say, like, you know, the avocado, because of course you've got ranch avocado mix in there, so it's sort of doing its thing. You know, but the flavors themselves are decent. Sour cream, probably doing the most work per bite. Chicken, I wish that you would have gotten more of. I feel like there should have been a stronger base of that, but it's probably the thing that costs the most out of all the ingredients, so. And the chicken, honestly, for what it is, actually doesn't taste half bad. You know, fast food chicken in general, tends to work out pretty well because, you know, it's a relatively cheap-ish ingredient. So as long as you're getting at least somewhat okay stuff, it's going to work for you. The rice is nice. I do like some rice. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour the verde sauce on it, get the whole experience. Goop it around a bit to give it that extra oomph. And we'll sort of remix it again, I guess. Yeah, I mean, even without the sauce, it's honestly not too bad. I'd say the worst element of it, or, well, maybe not the worst, but sort of like the most, I guess, disappointing element, is that, again, because you're sort of mixing everything together, you're losing some of the flavors. And the thing is, you know, these are flavors that have oomph, they have personality, but of course they're Taco Bell, so some of that oomph and some of that personality is left on the cutting room floor because, you know, it's just fast food. It's not going to be as good as if you got it at, you know, like a proper cantina, but we are working within the context of it is Taco Bell, so let's try it with the extra verde sauce. Instantly better. With the burrito, I was a little bit here or there as to adding the sauce. I kind of was fine with it with or without, because when I applied it to the burrito, it kind of took over the flavor. With this, because there's so much going on, it's all mixed together, it kind of gives a little extra cohesion, plus it gives a little extra heat. And I like that aspect to it. So yeah, I would definitely say this is one that benefits from having the verde sauce mixed in with it. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, there's nothing I dislike about it. It's pretty much what I expected. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe on occasion, and sure. Like, thing is, typically if I'm going to Taco Bell, I'm getting a burrito. Because usually, when I'm going to Taco Bell, I'm in the middle of going someplace. So it's beneficial to have something handheld that's easy to eat while I'm driving. Works out nicely that way. This obviously would not work in that capacity. And the problem is that once you take this and you put it in a bowl format, now it's too close to what I would consider real people food. And I don't mix Taco Bell and real people food. I don't think Taco Bell, even though I'm fine with Taco Bell, I don't think they deserve the dignity of being in the light of real people food. They're for convenience sake, you know? And again, not saying that I hate them or anything like that. Sometimes I really enjoy some Taco Bell. But at the same time, I'm not going to take them that seriously either. And I think for me, even though I don't mind this, it's just one of those things where it's like a burrito I'm willing to give you. You know, if it's not everything I hoped and dreamed about, it's a burrito. We'll do what we need to do. With this, though, this is something where if I were to get something along this lines, I would get it at a proper sit-down place made with proper ingredients. You know, the actual experience that you'd like from something like this. Because, again, as soon as I have to sit down and grab a fork and do that, it's lost a lot of its appeal to me. The only way this could have really made up for it was if it was, like, really, really good. And it's just okay. You know, it's fine. Nothing to dislike about it. Nothing to write home about either. By that same token, if I'm recommending it, I mean, you know, it's not bad. It's like, where does it fit for you? You know, like, because again, it's Taco Bell, and, you know, everybody's Taco Bell experience is going to vary. You know, but I do think that most people probably look at it more from a convenience end of things, and if that's the case, but I will say, it's not a bad item. I'm not going to tell people not to grab it. It really does just come down to, are you fine with losing the convenience factor? Because if you are, then for all intents and purposes, it's perfectly fine. You could do better, but you knew that when you went to Taco Bell. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there yourselves. Truly, as soon as I'm done eating this, I need to go get gas for my car. Tastic rest of your life. That's my life right now. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, how do you take your Taco Bell? Is it a convenience thing? Are you more just willing to, you know, sit down with it and do it? Because the thing is, like, I remember when I was growing up, you know, if, you know, somebody ordered Taco Bell or whatever, you know, it was something we could sit around the table and eat, you know. It wasn't looked upon as it now often is, I think is the best way to put that. Because, again, these days it's like, man, there ain't no fucking way I'm sitting around a table and eating this damn thing. Even if I were to go over there, you know, be in a situation, maybe if somebody goes and does a Taco Bell run, which, God, I haven't been part of a Taco Bell run since my 20s. You know, but if that were the case for whatever reason, it still would be like, just give me my fucking burrito. I'm going to, you know, eat it on the couch while I go over there and watch reruns of Power Rangers or some shit. But I'd be interested to hear what you have to say about, you know, your experiences with it. So, anyway,